we are using the Gorgeous Leaves bundle, okay, from the holiday catalog. I say holiday. Y'all know I mean the mini catalog. It's just habit. It's the holiday catalog to me. So let me find the page that it's on. I thought I had it marked, but you know how that goes. Let's see, it's on page, oh goodness. It doesn't, oh yeah, 47. Let me find it. 47. I just got through cooking lunch, so here I am. All right, this is the Gorgeous Leaves bundle with this beautiful stamp set and coordinating dies. I am a sucker for leaves, okay? So let me flip this. I think we see a close, no? This is it. This is it, and these are the dies. Beautiful cutout leaves. And so we're using that today. All right, so I've got my stamps mounted. That's a clean mount stamp. Let's put the dies aside. And we're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 piece of basic white cardstock, okay? And I have some ink colors here that I chose to use for this fall theme card. Mary Merlot, Cajun Craze, Mossy Meadow, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider, okay? So let me get going. I am going to get this large spackled background stamp first, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, and go ahead and ink this up. And I'm going to just scatter it around, okay? So let me see. I'm not going to worry about it if I get my sheet dirty because I can change it out. I had a hard time deciding whether to stamp the leaves first or this little background first. So I'm just doing it like this time. And see, I'm stamping off of okay. All right, let's go with that. Put that aside and close that ink pad. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the largest leaf, and I'm using Cajun Craze for that. Okay, so ink this up, and I'm using all of this like first generation stamping. So I'm doing like little clusters of leaves. Let me go ahead and go here. And then I'm trying to change the orientation of them so there's not really a directionality to my one sheet wonder. Let's see. Let's go like this. Let's come up here and go like this. Come back here. Okay, let's go with that for now. I'm going to close my ink, but I may come back to that later. Okay, next I am using Mary Merlot. These are such rich colors. I love the fall colors. My pad is stuck. All right, and then that one I'm using this thin leaf. I don't know, is that elm? I used to be better at identifying my leaves, but not so much anymore. Okay, so I'm going to come up here next to this Cajun Craze. See how pretty that is? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a little enthusiastic with my inking up, and I don't want to get this ghosting here or shadow. You know how you can do that with a really juicy stamp. So I just wipe that with a baby wipe, or wet wipe, I guess I should say. Okay, let's do this. How many of you do this and make, oh I got, yeah, backgrounds for your card making. Make your own patterned paper, so to speak, right? I need not to press so hard. Just tap, tap. Practice what I preach, huh? Okay. I'm going to go with that. And now I'm going to close this, and I'm going to grab my bumblebee. Let's open that up. How's everybody doing today? Where's my stamp? It's a smaller stamp here. I don't like that coming out of the middle like that. I haven't tried that. I can tell I'm probably going to do some more filling in. There we go. Covered up that boo-boo. Okay. That's starting to look. Aren't those colors pretty? Okay, let's see now. I have one more little splotchy stamp that I'm using. This one here, the little speckled. And I'm using cinnamon cider. And I'll probably go back and add to this because I don't want too many white spaces. Oh. So I'm going to go here. And you don't have to fill up the whole page, but I like getting plenty of color in there. Okay, so I'm going to add some more leaves. Okay, let's go back to the Cajun Craze. Yesterday, I was playing around making a page of this, and I had all of these ink pads open, and you know how dark they are and how they can look the same. So did I cross-contaminate? Yeah. Oh, made me mad, but that's what I get for having them all open at one time. Okay, I'm going to come back over here. Here. Okay, that's enough of that color. Let's switch again. All right, let's go to the Merlot. I love that name, Merlot. Fine wine. Okay, here we go. Mary Merlot. Karen, do you have your company yet, if you're still on here? I know this is lunchtime for most people. I am, my friends that we've been friends with forever, I went to high school with them, they are going to be here after a while, later on this afternoon. Super excited to have them with us for a couple of nights. And then Jackie is going to pick up our daughter and Lila and Clara and bring them back for a week. So I'm super excited and so grateful for him to go pick her up. Her husband couldn't come this time, so he's going to get her tomorrow. So excited. All right, here we go with Bumblebee again. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm wishing there was something more right there. So I'm going to be brave. Do that. And then get the Merlot again. And some people I think have a basic pattern that they do. Not me. I'm just all over the place with this technique. And it works for me okay, because when you cut it apart, wow. Okay, let's see. This is Cajun craze. Now let's do this. Okay. Let's go with that. There's a white spot there, but it's okay. My sentiment, it might be covered up. So now we've done that, we can cut it apart. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4 inch pieces. Okay. Get my inks out of the way here. I need to clean those stamps in a bit, but I think I need to leave the ink on them for now. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. That's pretty, huh? I mean, I know I've got white space there, but sometimes you can cut it where it makes it really cool. Let's see. And I want to do it like this, I think. So I'm going to cut this at going to go, see, I'm feeling there's a directionality here. So I'm going to cut my paper accordingly. But that's not going to work. Yeah, well, 5 1/2. Let's do it. Oh, Lisa, I need to do it like this. 5 4 1/4. Let's see. Cut it like this. No, I need the 5 1/2 like that, I think. I'm overthinking it. Just do it, Lisa. I think it'll be okay. Because then the 4 1/4. No, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I'm cutting this at 5 1/2. I'm going to reorient my positioning of my card, the orientation. I'm changing, reorient. I'm changing the orientation of my card, okay? I think it'll work. I'm going for it. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do 4 by 4, 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. And then I don't want to cut off those leaves, so I'm going to turn it this way. Okay. Keep that piece. Okay, let me see something. Yeah, it'll work. All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm changing the orientation of my card because as much as I tried to not have a certain position on my, a pattern orientation. Okay, what do I want to cut off here? I think I'm going to cut off it's just a 1/4 inch on this side. It still had, no, that'll be okay. All right. So I have these. It's going to make pretty backgrounds, don't you think? And this one will go. Which one do I want to make? I think I'm going to do this one and keep my orientation the same. It really doesn't matter. So let's go with that. Make a decision, Lisa. Okay, so I have 4 1/4 by 11 of Murray Merlot. All right. I have 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 of Bumblebee. So my plan here is to do a portrait style card. And I need to trim that. I cut it too long, so which side I want to cut off? This needs to be 5 1/4. Cut that little piece off. And that's going to go just like that. Now I'm going to have a tag that goes on here. Let me show you. This is a 3x5, and I use the basic tag dies, and then I embossed it with this beautiful time-worn type embossing folder. And I'm going to see if I like it there or there. It's covering up some of those pretty leaves. Let's do this. Yeah. See, that's what I was going to do, is change the orientation. So I'm going to do that because I don't want to cover up these leaves. And it can open landscape, but from the sides. Don't you think? I think that'll be cute. And I can even kind of angle that a little bit instead of doing up and down. What you think? Straight or angled? Comments, please. Straight or angled? Okay, let me go ahead and glue while y'all are thinking about it. Let me do this. I love these colors. It's so fun. I love this time of year when you start creating for fall and Halloween. And speaking of Halloween, my 12 weeks of Halloween starts next week. Angled. Thank you, Karen. Starts next week. And I know not everybody makes Halloween projects. So when I make one, I will show you or point you to where you can find an alternative for a different occasion. Okay? Just show you that you can remake a project for whatever occasion you need it for. Right? Okay. Nope. Let's do this. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now, very slight angle. I agree, Judy. Not too much, just a little, like that. Don't you think? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. But I have some of this new gold shimmer ribbon. I cut about 4 inches of it, and I'm going to pull it through. And this I'm going to change my mind on that too. I put the little hole thing there. I may do that. I don't want it sticking up on top of the card, right? Okay, so let's do that. Let's see. I'm going to get a glue dot. And I need to grab some of my metallic dots. So this evening at 6 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, I'm having another YouTube premiere. That's continuation of this holiday catalog launch. And I'll have 3 projects for you. So be sure you tune in there. I'm going to do that. Like that. Yep, like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this on. And I'm going to show you a little trick with the Stamparatus. Because I'm using the well-defined set. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. Let me grab something so I can show you. Okay, I'm using the well-defined set for the sentiment here. I love this gratitude, but I didn't want this, the feeling in my heart when I think about you, which is very sweet, but I wanted it to be more just like a general thank you card that could be sent to anyone. Okay, so now I'm taking a metallic, what do you call these? Brush metallic adhesive MAC dots, and I need a big one, I think. I'm choosing a gold one, and I'm putting it right here like it's a brad or the anchor for that, okay? All right, that's working. And so, let me move all this out of the way. I wanted to show you how I stamped just the gratitude. Let me get my move this messiness here. Okay, so here I have the gratitude. Okay, so what I did is I knew that I wanted a small piece of basic white to stamp that on. So what I did here is I practiced with it, and I have very lightly put two little marks here with my Stampin' Right markers so that I know where to line that up. Okay, so I practiced with it several times to know that that was going to be the right placement. Okay, so you see how I have the word remove here? That's very important for me so that I don't forget. I found that the magnets, this was too small of a piece for the magnets. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that up there. Then I have this Post-it covering up the definition right beneath the word gratitude and the pronunciation. Okay, so I'm going to take my Cajun Craze ink pad. Hey, Lynn. And ink that up. Now you see how it gets all over the Post-it note? Hence, that's why the word remove is there. You have to take it off or you're going to get that big blob all over your paper. So I'm going to, I see where I got a little bit of ink here in this corner. I have that where I want it because I marked. Let me show you. I took this and I marked here and here, so I knew where to line up that piece. Okay, and I think that's 3/4 by 2. All right, and here we go. Press down on it, and now it's probably going to stick to the stamp because I don't have it anchored down with a magnet. Okay. Oh, it didn't. But see there? Ta-da! And you don't have all of this all over the place. So just another reason the Stamparatus is an awesome tool. Okay, so now what I did with this is I took the, I didn't re-ink this. This is the one I used Bumblebee on. And I just going to do second generation stamping. And I got messed up. So I'm going to go over here like this. It's okay. I got too energetic with that. So I don't like that. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. See, it's still marked there. I'm turning it over on the back. I'm going to use a Post-it note. Cover this up. Ink it up with my Cajun Craze. So I should have, note to self, I should have tested that ink, that leaf before I stamped it on the sentiment. Here we go. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, look. It didn't have the word remove. I was lucky. I was lucky. Were you hollering, take off the Post-it? I was lucky. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so now let me see what this looks like. not much. So let me ink it up again. Let's do this. Stamp off, stamp again, and then lightly stamp. There, that's what I wanted. Just barely the little leaf in the corner, just to give it a little more color. Okay. There we go. Where's my card? Here it is. Okay, so this is going to go here. I'm going to angle that a bit. So I cut it as wide as the tag, okay? So then I also have somewhere a leaf cut out already out of the brushed metallic, just like this, okay? And you see I still have all my little kibbles and bits there. I'm going to take some of them out, but not all of them. I think it's pretty cool looking when you leave some of those in. So I'm just going through and punching some of these out. Sometimes with metallic and these intricate dies, I'll run it through twice, but I knew I didn't want all of the little pieces to come out, so I didn't run it through twice. Okay, I'm gonna get some of these down here. Do that one. Sometimes they're stubborn. Okay, let's leave it. Let's do like that. We're gonna put that right there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm gonna come down with that. Let me go ahead and adhere this. And so now with this One Sheet Wonder, I have 4 more backgrounds that I can make 4 more cards. Almost exactly alike. Why not? We could all use thank you cards. Okay, I'm going to use some of this glue. And I'm going to angle that a bit. All right, there we go. And here is the original. Okay, so I just decided to change the orientation. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, kibbles and bits. I know, that's what I call them. Just, you know, it doesn't matter. There's not a right or wrong way, but you want to make the most of what you've stamped here and see, you know, I didn't want to cover up all those leaves. This one worked out just fine. Okay. So, you know, there are 2 different options right there. This one for sure looked better going up and down because I had more length here, right? So anyway, okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember about the Whimsical Trees class that I have free with the purchase of over $50 by August the 14th. And you will get the card kits to make 4 different cards. Well, 3 cards, 2 fun folds, and a tag, and I'll send you the kit like this. Details are on my blog, or you can ask me questions by sending me a message. Okay? That is Gorgeous Leaves Bundle. It sure is. Okay? All right. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Karen. And I will see you. Hopefully, you can tune in tonight on YouTube Premiere, 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. I'll see you then, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.